Hello again. I thought you guys might want to come with me to get the mail. I just dropped my keys. Did you hear it? Proof. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, I'm dropping everything. So, a lot of people are in such a hurry. Have you noticed that? It's like people don't want to take their time to do anything. I guess they're worried that if they focus on it, there might be something there that they don't want to see. You know? Like, say you read a newspaper article. This is relevant. Say you read a newspaper article, and I've mentioned this before, but in relation to what I'm talking about now, it makes perfect sense. Say you read a newspaper article, and the headline says one thing. You really like what the headline says, so you don't read the rest of the article. You just read the headline. Because you know that if you were to read the entire thing, it might not go along with whatever you think that article was saying. Now, this logic couldn't just be applied to a newspaper article, but so many different things. Say you get advice, and there's some advice that you don't like, but there's some of it that you did like. Which one do you think you're going to take? See, I have taken other people's advice, and every time that I take other people's advice, I always come right back to what I've originally thought. You know, that I shouldn't take other people's advice, that I should just follow my heart, whatever that means. That, like, it just seems to me like people are usually going to go for whatever option requires them, you know, the least possible amount of thought and energy. You know, if they have to expend time and energy reading something extra, they're not going to do that. If they have to expend time and energy into a particular plan of action, like, they're not going to do that. They're going to go for, you know, the proverbial path of least resistance every time. Don't let humanity fool you. Humanity fucking sucks. Okay? You know what doesn't suck, though? It's fucking spider web, man. That's a way better picture of the world, is it not? Yeah. See? That spider made its own world. That's pretty cool. I just think about, let's see, is there anything in here for me? It's crazy, like, I keep getting all this mail from, like, the people that used to live here. And it's like, did they die? Did they die because I don't know where the fuck these people live now. See, look at that shit. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this shit? Just like throw it away? Like, at this point, like, I've been living here for like 5 years, something like that. I still get these motherfuckers' mail all the time. Like, if I had saved their mail, like, I would have stacks and stacks and stacks of their mail. You know, so I don't know what to do. Does anybody know where these people live? Laura Irwin. It's like some Laura Palmer shit, right? Any Twin Peaks fans in there? It's like I turned my like lackluster, mediocre life into like some crime drama. I probably shouldn't do that because then I will maybe like maybe I'll get what I've been asking for, and then like somebody I know will be murdered, and like maclachlan will just randomly show up. See, this isn't funny, but it's just amusing to me. Like, anytime that I, like, relate my life to something else, it's, like, kind of ridiculous. Because that's why that show was so great. Because it was, like, this eerie mystery drama juxtaposed with just a bunch of weird, awkward, like, maclachlan, you know? Yeah, I haven't even watched the show. I've watched like a few episodes of it. That's it. But I already know that it's brilliant from beginning to end. I already know that. It's not that hard to figure out. Like there are certain directors or certain writers that are just really good no matter what they do. You know? It's like they could take a cardboard box and turn it into a mansion. Like, that's how talented they are. And that's what I hope to do, you know, with my art, whatever the hell. It bothers me, you know? You know? It bothers me. But it bothers me, like, how I have, like, all these really great ideas, and I feel like I just can't do shit with them. And any time that I do something with an idea, I'm always worried it's the wrong thing that I did, and then I wasted it. Because my ideas have a very short shelf life. So if I use them, they're gone. There's no, like, reusing that. Unless I can figure out, like, some harebrained way to do it. You don't have to trick my own brain. So that I lie to myself, be like, oh, you didn't really use that, you know? I'm so bad at lying. How do I lie to myself, Vortex, so I can still use good jokes more than once? Because, like, I have several jokes that I've used, and I'm like, damn, that's a good joke. And I have friends of mine that are like, I can't believe that you just scrapped that. I'm like, well, I used it already. I wish my anti-Trump friends could understand that maybe they should try a new joke, you know, maybe not recycle the same old stuff, especially if it was never funny in the first place. You want to kiss my car with me? You want to kiss my car? Isn't she beautiful? She's the best car. She's the best car in the world. Mwah. Anyway. It's a great sound, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to go hang out with my cats. And do you want to say hi to them? Hey, say hi. Hey. Hey. Paisley. Paisley. Hey, Arlo. Dude, it smells so good in here. What could it possibly be? Like, ooh. Is my house not so secretly a dispensary? I'm glad it's not a dispensary because I'd have way too many people here all the time. It's exciting. You know? I love how you're just making general statements. Well, it is kind of exciting, like, all the stuff that's happening with weed, and it's also not exciting. Because, like, I've been smoking weed for a long, long time, and I just don't care. Like, you ever have those people in the vortex, you know, if you, like, smoke marijuana, and you've been smoking marijuana, and you don't give a fuck what happens with marijuana, you'll smoke it, you won't smoke it, it really doesn't make a difference whether it's legal or not. It's so strange to me that, like, people, this is a different point altogether, but it's strange that people, like, it's like they need things to change around them. It's like, I talk to a lot of people that have gotten in trouble for marijuana possession. And it's not just black people. I know a lot of white people have gotten in trouble for marijuana possession. Now, with blacks and browns, they tend to profile you, so, you know, you have that excuse, right? Well, white people don't have that excuse. So, if somebody is Caucasian and they get pulled over, now, cops will pull over anybody. I don't think that this is just, oh, they're just out to get black people and brown people. I don't think that's the case. They're out to get anybody that is breaking the law, you know? And so, if you think about it like this, the more rules they make, unnecessarily, the more people are going to break those rules. And that's more money. That's more money for the government, you know? Well, I fucking hate that. I hate that so very much. So I'm going to do whatever I possibly can to ensure that I'm not going to be in trouble for that. You know? I don't want to be in trouble for that specific thing. I'll be in trouble for other reasons, but not for fucking weed, you know? It just seems like all the white people I know, the reason they got in trouble is because they were being stupid about it. You gotta be smart. But don't assume that the cops are stupid either. That's another thing. They really hate that shit. Because I'm sure, like, now's not a good time to be a police officer, but since people have natural distrust for cops, and not just because they keep shooting unarmed black teenagers, but because, you know, authority, hello, get the fuck away from me. You know, who are you to tell me what to do? That sort of thing. It's not really like I'm totally against the profession because I realize that, like, yeah, people, you know, I hate that police need to exist. I hate that. I hate that society is so fucking stupid and terrible that we need to have laws and all this shit. You know, I wish that anarchy could work, but unfortunately this world's too stupid and chaotic and, you know, takes advantage. Like, sadly. And, like, the best example of that is, you know, if you put out, like, a bowl of candy on Halloween, like, you want to trust that everyone will just take one or at the very most 2 pieces of candy. But, you know, you're always going to have, you know, those bad apples, crapples, I call them. You're always going to have the crapples that, you know, take all the candy. And what makes you think that you can fix that in society? What makes you think that you're going to, like, force people to not be bad or force people to only be good, you know? Because, you know, there are several people, I mean, like, I'm one of them, where, you know, I used to steal shit. Now, I could say, well, I stole shit because I was an addict and I was an alcoholic. Well, that's not really the fault of the drugs and the alcohol that I was taking things that weren't mine. So that's a cop-out, you know? So if you're a thief, don't just, like, blame whatever thing you were doing on that activity. That's still something that you chose to do. Because there are plenty of people that are addicted to drugs and alcohol that don't steal shit. And there are plenty of people that steal shit that aren't addicted to drugs and alcohol. So, booyah. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that, but maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. It's okay. You'll catch it next time, won't you, Vortex? You always do. You always do. You always get those fly balls. Anyway. Did I tell you guys I totally burned my cookies? You did. You kept comparing them to crab cakes. Yeah, they kind of look like crab cakes. They kind of look like coconut macaroons. It's okay. Those will be my batch. Those will be my personal batch. And if you come over to my house, I'll give you some of my personal batch because I'm the shit. But just know you'll be eating a burnt cookie. I'll see you guys later. Really, I will at some point.